When a small four-legged being appears on the path of your life, when its gaze meets yours, have you ever felt a current pass between you? A silent recognition that runs deeper than chance. The world will tell you it is a coincidence, an animal seeking food or shelter. But the heart knows a different story. It senses an appointment that was written long before this moment. In the lineage of wisdom that I walk, there is a deep understanding that the universe speaks in whispers, not shouts. And one of its most profound whispers comes in the form of a cat. It is said they do not simply choose a person, they recognize a soul. They are drawn not by what they can see, but by the resonance they can feel, the weather of your inner world, the songs and sorrows of your spirit. The ancient traditions knew this. In sun-drenched lands, the cat was seen as a living bridge to the realms beyond our sight. In the misty isles of the north, it was a guardian of the threshold between worlds. In the lands of the rising sun, a beckoner of fortune and a protector from shadows. These were not myths, but different ways of describing the same fundamental truth. Today, I invite you to quiet the mind and open the heart. Let us journey beyond the surface of what is seen and explore the unseen currents that guide these masters of silent knowing to our side. It is a path of understanding not with the head, but with the whole of our being. If this path calls to you, I invite you to walk with us. A simple act of liking this video helps this stream of wisdom reach other souls who are searching. And by subscribing and enabling your notifications, you ensure that you will not miss a single step of our shared journey forward. The first truth to understand is this: a cat does not choose a home. It recognizes an energy signature. My tradition teaches that cats exist in a state of fluid awareness, with one paw in this world of form and the other in the world of pure energy. They perceive the invisible landscape that surrounds each of us, the luminous field of our life force. They see where it flows freely, like a clear river, and where it becomes stagnant or turbulent. They can sense the cracks in our spirit long before they manifest as sorrow in our lives or sickness in our bodies. When a cat chooses you, it has seen the subtle climate of your soul. It recognizes a soul it has known before, carrying the memory of past journeys more vividly than we do. In the great tapestry of existence, souls do not forget. An old knowing states that a soul, especially one that has attained the stillness and high intelligence of a feline, retains a conscious connection to its experiences across lifetimes. When it is drawn to you, it is often a reunion, a silent acknowledgement of a bond that time has not erased. And so, when one of these beings appears, unbidden, and decides to stay, it is not merely looking for a place to rest. It has answered a higher call. It has recognized a vibration within your soul that is in need of healing, in need of protection, or on the verge of a great awakening. This recognition occurs in a space beyond the five senses, in what the ancients called the superconscious mind, the part of you that is forever connected to the great ocean of universal awareness. Its arrival often signals a turning point, a season of profound change. Many find that a cat enters their life precisely when they are navigating the waters of grief, standing at a life-altering crossroads, or beginning a journey of inner exploration. This timing is no accident. It is the universe's perfect choreography, reflecting the cat's attunement to shifts in your energy that say, "I am ready." Consider a soul whose heart is a vessel, partially emptied by sorrow. A quiet void is created, and nature, in its infinite wisdom, rushes to fill what is empty. A small, furry being arrives. It does not seek shelter from the rain, but to offer shelter to your spirit. It settles into that vacant space in your energetic field, not with noise, but with presence. It brings a balancing energy to support your healing. This quiet miracle unfolds countless times across the world, a master of energy arriving precisely when a human soul is most in need of its unique frequency. My tradition speaks of these beings as masters of energetic harmony, born with an innate ability to perceive and mend the subtle imbalances within us. This healing is a practice that unfolds on every level of our being, the physical, the emotional, and the spiritual. On the physical path, Their medicine is carried on their breath. The purr of a cat is not merely a sound of contentment. It is a river of vibration. It is a song sung at a frequency that resonates with the very foundation of your body, a deep, resonant hum between 25 and 150 cycles per second. The wisdom traditions have always known this, and now your modern instruments begin to confirm it. This is the precise frequency that encourages the mending of bone, the soothing of muscle, the knitting together of torn tissue. These vibrations are a lullaby for your cells, reminding them of their inherent wholeness, reducing the inner fire of inflammation, and inviting your body to release its own healing waters. An ancient teaching says that the purr works to harmonize the discordant energies in the body, its gentle rhythm bringing calm to the frayed threads of the nervous system. This is why they will instinctively lay themselves upon a part of your body where your life force is blocked or weak. They are not simply seeking warmth, they are offering their resonance, their very being, as a tuning fork to help restore the natural flow. Beyond the purr, there is a more subtle alchemy at work. The fur of a cat is a collector and transmuter of static energy. It generates a gentle electromagnetic field that helps to clear the energetic fog that can accumulate in our own fields from the stress of modern life. This is why the simple act of stroking a cat can feel like a cleansing, a returning to center. This profound sensitivity allows them to detect disruptions that precede physical illness. The story of the small cat in a place of final transition, a master called Oscar, is a modern parable. He did not possess a clock or a calendar, but he could read the fading light in a human soul, and he would offer his silent, steadfast companionship in those final hours. He was not sensing the end of a life, but the final gathering of a soul's energy before its return to the source. So too are the stories of cats who persistently nudge or paw at a specific spot on their companion's body, only for an unseen sickness to be discovered there. From the perspective of the ancients, the cat is not detecting a tumor, but the shadow it casts in the energy field long before it takes solid form. They are not merely loving us, they are tending to the garden of our physical well-being. The teaching goes deeper still, into the architecture of our very life force. The cat is particularly attuned to what the sages called the etheric body, the luminous template of energy that surrounds and infuses our physical form. It is the blueprint. A disturbance in this blueprint will eventually manifest as a crack in the physical vessel. Cats see the disturbance in the blueprint and are drawn to mend it. They choose their resting places not for comfort, but for purpose. They sense where the river of life is running thin and place themselves there to reinforce its banks. For those who walk a path of chronic pain or persistent imbalance, a cat's presence is a continuous, gentle practice of energetic realignment. It is a living filter, absorbing discordant vibrations and gently transmuting them, returning them to a state of harmony. Even more profoundly, cats are guardians of the heart. The traditions teach that they are irresistibly drawn to a soul experiencing the deep winter of grief, depression, or emotional trauma. They recognize the energetic signature of a broken heart and are compelled to offer their unique form of medicine. They are drawn to emotional wounds, not to exploit a vulnerability, but to help stitch the tears in the emotional body, that subtle field that carries the imprints of all we have felt. When this field is torn by trauma or heavy with sorrow, it creates what my teachers called leaks in the vessel, draining our life force if left untended. When a soul is emptied by loss, a cat may arrive as a spiritual response. It is drawn to the vacancy, the echo, and brings a complementary energy to seal the energetic wound and prevent the life force from seeping away. This explains the sacred timing of their arrival. The energetic disturbance created by great emotional upheaval acts as a beacon, a call that only these sensitive souls can hear. Different cats carry different energies, just as different herbs have different healing properties, which is why a specific cat is drawn to a specific person and a specific kind of sorrow. Modern inquiry validates this ancient knowing, showing how companionship with an animal can soothe the storms of the mind and flood the body with hormones of peace and connection. But the ancient wisdom sees deeper. It sees that cats are energetic alchemists. Their purr, that steady hum of life, helps to gently break apart the condensed, hardened energies of old grief, allowing them to be released from the body before they can take root as physical illness. This sacred work happens through what could be called vibrational entrainment. Imagine two bells. If you strike one, the other, if it is tuned to the same frequency, will begin to vibrate in sympathy. The steady, balanced, whole energy of a cat acts like the first bell. It gently invites the chaotic energy of a troubled human heart to remember its own true, harmonious note. Many who walk this path know the feeling. In a moment of deep distress, the simple act of stroking their feline companion brings an almost instant wave of calm. This is not distraction, it is entrainment. The cat knows when its companion is struggling. It often appears to offer comfort just at the moment it is needed most, because it feels the disturbance in the energy field before the mind is even aware of the rising emotion. For those who find it hard to see or speak their own pain, the cat acts as a silent mirror and a steadfast anchor, preventing them from drifting too far into the storm and providing a stable foundation upon which healing can begin. Its love is a powerful medicine because it is offered without demand, a quiet presence that honors all boundaries, making it a sacred healer for those whose wounds are rooted in a breach of trust. And finally, we come to the most subtle and profound role of these masters. They are messengers from the spaces between. The oldest wisdom traditions hold that the cat exists in two worlds at once, their awareness rooted simultaneously in this physical reality and in the fluid, timeless dimensions of spirit. This dual vision allows them to act as bridges, as conduits for guidance from that which is unseen. The ancient texts say the cat maintains a constant awareness of both realms. It doesn't need to sleep or meditate to access the other side. It lives there. This is why their gaze is so deep. It is why they will stare intently into a space that seems empty to us, or follow the movement of something our eyes cannot perceive. They are not seeing nothing. They are observing the flow of thought forms, the currents of emotional energy, the arrival of a spiritual guide meant to assist their human companion. Their sudden alertness is a sign for us to become still and listen. Sometimes they do more than simply observe. They act as vessels, allowing subtle spiritual energies to become more tangible in our world. A cat's gentle, grounding presence can step down the high-frequency vibrations of spiritual guidance into a form our own energy systems can more easily receive and understand. Many people who are unexpectedly chosen by a cat find that their life begins to shift. Obstacles dissolve, new paths open. They have lucid dreams filled with clarity. This is the cat's work as a conduit. It helps to quiet the static of the worried mind, creating a clear channel for the whispers of your own deep wisdom and your guides to be heard. Their arrival signals an opening, a time when the veil is thin and your soul is receptive to their catalytic energy and the guidance that flows through them. They are guardians of the sacred gateways in your own home, drawn to places where the veil between worlds is thinnest, helping to monitor and harmonize the energies that flow through. For those whose own inner sight is beginning to awaken, a cat often arrives just before, serving as a spiritual anchor. It helps to ground the expanding awareness, preventing the disorientation that can come when the doors of perception swing open too wide, too fast. Their presence during sleep can also stabilize our energy bodies, allowing us to journey deeper into the dream world and return with clearer wisdom. And this leads us to the ultimate source of this connection, a truth that rests at the very heart of the journey. The bond is often forged by a soul contract, an ancient promise. Before we ever took physical form, our souls made agreements to help one another on this earthly path. Some of these sacred promises are between human and feline souls. An ancient teaching puts it this way: before entering this stream of life, souls whisper promises to one another, to be a catalyst, a companion, a teacher, a healer at an appointed time. This pre-life agreement creates an energetic signature, a spiritual scent that allows souls to recognize each other across the veil of forgetting that blankets our conscious minds at birth. This is why a person who never considered themselves a cat person can feel an inexplicable magnetic pull to one specific animal. It is the soul remembering what the mind has forgotten. The souls know each other, even when the personalities are strangers. Perhaps in another lifetime, that animal soul, in a different form, guided you when you were lost. Now, it returns to help awaken a new kind of awareness in you, while you provide it with the safety it needs for its own evolution. Sometimes the contract is one of supreme love and sacrifice, where the animal agrees to take on a piece of a person's karmic burden, processing dense energies through its own body that would be too overwhelming for the human to face alone. This is why, at times, a cat's illness can mirror the deep, unspoken spiritual struggles of its human companion. The recognition is instantaneous. It is a knowing in the heart, a quiet click of the universe falling into place. It is the superconscious mind, the part of you that never forgets, recognizing that a sacred appointment is being kept. So when a cat chooses you, see it with new eyes. It is not an animal seeking a home. It is a master arriving to teach. It is a healer arriving to serve. It is a guardian arriving to protect. And most profoundly, it is a promise, from one soul to another, being kept across the great expanse of time. I invite you now to share the story of your own journey in the space below. Tell us of the master who chose you, of the lessons they brought, of the healing they offered. Let your light and their wisdom illuminate the path for other travelers. If this stream of understanding has nourished your spirit, I invite you to share it with another soul you feel may need to hear it. Our exploration of these deep truths is a continuing journey. If you wish to walk this path with us, please join our community by subscribing. May you learn to see the master in the quiet gaze of the small being at your feet. And may you walk your path with grace,